friends, and welcome to Yoga for Writers. My name is Sarah Nelson. I'm a yoga therapist and yoga teacher in Portland, Oregon. And this series, this three-part series, was a collaboration with Robin Woods of Robin Woods Fiction. If you haven't read her books or didn't find me via her blog, definitely find her blog linked below, where in my posts I talk a little bit about each of these practices and why we're doing what we're doing. There are 3 practices, 7 to 10 minute videos: Yoga for Writers Rest, Yoga for Writers Release, and Yoga for Writers Refresh. So I've got a little something for whatever you need. And of course, these practices would be great for anyone who spends a lot of time at a computer, whether that person is going into an office or working from home. Learn more about me, linked below. If you enjoy these practices, you might love my Yoga for Bed free 3-part course. Very similar 10-minute practices, only these ones can be done entirely from bed. So I hope you enjoy these. Thank you. Hello friends, and welcome to Yoga for Writers Rest. I know you have a lot going on and you probably don't think you have time to rest. I am here to tell you, if you've got a few minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, where you can set your phone to the side, you have time to rest. I know that you probably have a lot going on. You're writing, you may also have a family, plus you're just taking care of yourself. Maybe you have pets. You might even have a full or part-time job that you're also working. So I know it can be hard to fit rest in, but I would love to show you today the benefits of fitting rest in where you can. So the first bit of this practice you could do sitting in your chair at your desk. And so I'm going to use a chair and I'll sit on the floor. But if you're not comfortable sitting on the floor, then I invite you just to sit at your desk for these first few moves. And then to end, we will lay down on the floor, putting our feet up on a chair, a couch, an ottoman, whatever you have handy. So the only props you potentially need are a chair and a desk or a table if you want, and then maybe a pillow or a blanket if you want something to support your head when we come down to the floor. So we're going to start by giving our eyes a little bit of love. So taking glasses off, if you have glasses on, you're just going to rub your hands together, create some warmth and friction, and then whether you're sitting in front of your chair or your desk, elbows rest down, eyes rest into your hands. So there's no pressure on your eyeballs or your eyelids. Your hands are resting on your eye sockets. As you do this, let your shoulders relax, your face relax. Imagine your eyes could just sink back a little bit deeper into their sockets. There's nothing to see. One more breath here. When you're ready, gently remove your hands from your eyes. Replace your glasses if you took them off. And then just come to a comfortable seat. Again, it could be on the floor, but it could absolutely be in a chair or on a couch. We'll move a bit with breath here. We'll practice a breath called Brahmari or bumblebee breath. It's a humming breath. So we inhale and exhale through the nose, but on the exhale, we make a little noise. We hum. So I'm going to start with my hands, stay there at my heart center. As I inhale, I'll bring my arms out to the side. As I exhale and bring my hands back together, Brahmari. I try to coordinate the breath with the movement. Shoulders and face relaxed. We'll do 2 more rounds. There's no right tone, so it's any humming that you've got. After that last one, let your hands release down to your legs. Just take a moment, notice how that breath impacted you. And then we'll set up with our legs on a chair or an ottoman, a couch. So slowly find your way down towards the floor. You could also rest in bed with your legs on a couple pillows. If you're on the floor, you might want a pillow or a folded blanket under your head, especially if when you lay down you have a big arch to your neck, your chin is pointing up. Take your time coming down. And then see if you can relax and release into this shape. And then start to notice what's going on in your mind. So is it easy for you to lay down and rest, or is it difficult? Does your mind start going a million miles an hour? To-do lists, meal planning, deadlines? Can you set all of that aside for just 2 minutes here? And it's a practice, so it's not easy, and you don't just start doing it. You have to practice, and you set things aside, and they come back, and you set them aside again. And that's all just fine. One way we use in yoga to focus the mind is to notice the breath. So without needing to change the breath, maybe you just follow the breath as it comes in your nose, down your throat, into your lungs, and then reversing as it comes back out. Noticing any temperature change from when the air enters your nose and when it comes back out. You might notice that when we're in this shape, it's like we're sitting in a chair, right? So you might spend a lot of your time sitting in a chair. But when we're laying on the floor, the femur bones, those thigh bones, can rest snug into the hip sockets. The muscles of your spine, your back, your shoulders can all relax and release. Take about 3 more breaths here. Now you could stay here as long as you have time to stay here. But if you'd like to move out of the shape and on with your day, you begin to bring your knees in a little closer towards your body. Roll onto one side. I love to pause here on my side, my fetal shape. And then use my hands to push myself up towards the seat. Take a moment and notice how you feel. I noticed that was just a short break, and I hope that you feel like you had some rest. Thank you so much for joining me.